everyone. My name is Sean. I am the Crypto Smith. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another update for Kounotori and the Kounotori Exchange. I'm letting you know they've not gone anywhere. They're still out there working in the background. It's not always sexy and exciting in the world of building a project, no matter what it is. These guys here in the devs, they are building a centralized exchange, which is a ton of work. I'm sure you can imagine how much technology, rules and regulations they've got to deal with, new devs coming to the table or devs coming in and out of the project, right? There's a lot of working components that goes into putting together a centralized exchange. And of course, they are no different than anybody else. Now, what makes Kounotori different? And why are you watching this video? Why are you part of the community for Kounotori? Why? Because they're going to do it a little different. You might think when they come out, when they got their full launch, that this is some kind of boutique exchange, and it probably will be and feel like that in the beginning while they're adding tokens, while they're adding new customers and new token holders to the mix. All of those things are going to take some time. Yes, we still have another couple of months at least until the beta is launched. And so right now you can get back into the alpha and still do some testing and give feedback for that alpha before the beta is released. So I want to take you to this page here, and this is the actual exchange landing page. So this is where you would go to log into your exchange account. Now, don't confuse this website with the Kounotori main website, right, which gives all of their information about their token, all of the benefits of holding the KTO token and what you can do on their platform. Staking benefits there, spend it, the card and all that. This obviously is their main website. This is the exchange website that they are building, and this is where you would log in if you want to go to your exchange account. You can also log in here and go to the alpha testing. But today I want to give you just an update, and I'm not going to read verbatim all of this information here. They like to put these out every week or so to let people know what's going on in the community because, like I said, it's not always sexy. It's not always exciting. There's not always big news and information to throw out there. They put together this information. What have they done? This is as of last week. About Us page, right? They completed some tasks on that. So they're updating these things on the exchange, on the websites. Watch list functionality, that's where you can go and you can, star different projects and different tokens that you want on a main page that you're going to be looking at most of the time. So you don't have to rifle through, 20,000 different tokens to get to the ones that you really want to look at. Code refactoring, I don't know what that is, right? This is dev talk. Feature token enhancements, right? To delete, and I think some of this was on the last one as well. And as I go through this, if you wait until the very end, I'm going to throw on a bonus video that's going to explain one thing that I'm going to mention here. So Fireblocks, so TA, which is Tech Alchemy, met with Fireblocks, who provided insight on how their platform works. Now, Fireblocks is this. Basically, it is a digital asset management platform, probably one of the best, if not the best in the industry. They can do wallet infrastructure, operations, treasury, DeFi, right? They can help integrate all this information into different projects. They have APIs that will plug in, or I'm sure they help also kind of program behind the scenes with the devs of different projects. So they're actually talking with Fireblocks to give information and probably gather a lot of maybe new insights as to how to build or possibly get them to help with the back-end processes, just like I said, with the different wallet functionalities and that. But if you wait until the very end, I'm going to add a video that's going to explain to you what Fireblocks does. It's very good, very insightful, and it's also going to explain to you why it's important that professionals in this industry work with other professionals in the industry, right? They can't build this by themselves. At least there's no reason for them to do that when there's information and technology that already exists out there that is almost plug and play for the most part that they can utilize to help build this ecosystem. Zendesk, which is usually a help desk, designs underway with the TA team, and TA is again is Tech Alchemy. Build to commence once admin access granted, and then TA action, staking logic documents used, social media. They give you some more information here. A lot of this really isn't super important, for everybody to understand or know, but it just gives you reasons. I'm going to link this tweet. If you haven't seen it and you want to read through it yourself, I'm going to link this in the description below so that you can go and you can read all this stuff verbatim if you want to do that. One other item here, for TA actions, they check if the dashboard can be modular and customizable for users in the future, requested by KTO community. This shows you that they're listening to the people who are interested in the product that they're building, right? If somebody says, hey, can you do this, right? For me, I always say, hey, is there a dark mode? Right. I mean, that's probably one of my first, items I'm going to want to see on any project or any sort of page or website or app. So they're going to check to see if the dashboard can be customizable, modular. That means, you can take out a piece here and you can move, maybe the chart over on this side, and you can move your token list on the left side. You'll be able to do these types of things, at your whim to meet whatever it is you'd like to see on the screen. In other news, ownership transfer of NFT collection, secure ledger. I see. What they did is they transferred the NFT collections to a secure ledger, and that was confirmed by OpenSea. Right, that's important. They're keeping things safe and secure. Community manager Queenie met with community members to hear their concerns, key feedback provided, right, which is how they get information. Like, the question is, can the interface be modular so I can move it around, as I see fit? They proposed a 2-2, which is a 2% in and 2% out for purchases of the token. They want to make it a little easier for people to buy, a little more appealing, right? Attractive for people to buy, and they're not paying, really high taxes. Even though we know those taxes, some of those taxes goes to the devs in order to support this support this project and build this platform. That has to be there, right? But we can't exist without it. And they mentioned it here, it makes it more appealing without erasing project funding. Better public presence by devs in Discord, particularly VC, which I believe is video conferencing, if I'm not mistaken. Improved communication from the devs. This is where the transparency comes into play, right? They want to make sure that the communication is proper, right? That they're giving the information that the community is wanting, even though, me personally, I am not a huge fan of, hey, I bought your token, therefore you owe me all of this stuff. You owe me the open communication. I should be able to ask any question. I need you guys to provide daily updates, that kind of thing. I'm not a fan of that myself. I don't believe that's necessary to be part of a thriving ecosystem and community. The team has a job to do. Obviously, a community manager, Queenie, she does a great job of what she's doing. But to me, I just don't think that I don't need a 24-hour access to that. But they want to make sure that they're doing it right. And if they're hearing feedback from the community that says we want a little bit more, then they feel they're obligated to provide a little bit more, and I can totally respect that. I really hate to see, community members get a little aggressive, I think, about the amount of communication that comes out, right? We know these things take time to build. Sometimes there's going to be periods where there really isn't anything to say other than we're still building, right? They're still working on it, and sometimes that has to be enough. But I get it. People, maybe they hold a large bag. They feel like they've got a lot invested in this, and they want to get some sort of feedback or some information. That's fine. But for me personally, I don't really need, 24-hour access to the devs. And devs and team to challenge current perceptions of inner circle with better inclusivity of all community members and opinions and discussions. So again, that's getting into the heart of they want to be transparent, right? But how much is too transparent? How much communication is too much? Let's give people what they want, obviously, and they're going to have to figure out kind of that middle ground that makes most sense for everybody. Obviously, the devs have their thing they need to do, and the community has their desire for what they want to hear, and those will probably meet in the middle. I'm sure they're going to work it out, and it'll be just fine. Board meeting postponed this week due to lack of quorum. That just means they couldn't get enough people together to have a board meeting to make that work, but they're continuing on everything that they need to work on in this list. Let's see, another one, drafting and finalizing documentation to support the push for funding and future business structures. So, there may come a time where they need to reach out to investors, maybe other investors, not token investors, because I don't think that really is going to pay all the bills. Especially in a bear market when nobody's really trading this token in order to get those taxes to the devs in order to pay for all of the things needed to build this exchange. They may have to reach out, for VC funding or for angel investors, or actually wouldn't be angel investors at this point. They may need some other investing in order to finish the project, which is fine. This happens in business every single day. So that is really all I've got for you for an update for the Kounotori exchange and the KTO token. Right, we're sitting and we're waiting. It's going to be a few months left in order for basically the next iteration to come out, which is going to be the beta. And that's going to get more people involved, more testing. It's going to go a little deeper, a little more functionality is going to be included. And so we're going to get our hands on that and play with it and then give more feedback. And then that's going to lead to, basically an open launch sometime, hopefully early next year. And they'll be able to make all those adjustments and changes as necessary. And I'm sure, just like every business out there, it's always going to be a work in progress no matter what happens. And you have full launch. They're always going to be making improvements, always listening to the community for that feedback to how we can be better, how it can be more transparent, how it can be quicker, easier for the new guy. All of those kind of things are always going to be looked at from this development team. I am sure of it. So that's it from me. Like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I'm going to leave the KTO Hub, which has all of the websites listed down below so you can go do some research for yourself. And having said all that, I'm going to see you guys on the next update. Have a great night.
To move and manage institutional digital assets securely, you need more than a wallet. Say hello to Fireblocks, the only platform that makes it easy to perform all your digital asset operations. Withdraw and deposit funds 24/7 with a secure MPC-based wallet. Instantly connect any major trading venue, liquidity provider, lending desk, or counterparty. Once you're connected, you can instantly settle 24/7, transfer over 400 supported tokens, and connect to over 30 exchanges. In a few clicks, rebalance directly between exchanges or sub and trading accounts. Easily view your digital asset across vaults, on exchanges, and in fiat accounts, plus incoming and outgoing flows. See account-level vault balances in Asset View, and deploy DeFi trading, lending, and staking strategies right in the console. Build, run, and scale your digital asset business, all on one platform, Fireblocks.